Finally. I hope everyone is well. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing good. I know it's a busy Friday. Um, this is really super impromptu as far as it being a members box opening. My actual original plan is to still do the opening day. That's the 3 years worth that I have. It's just I felt a little bit better, and I thought, hey, look, there's some 1993 football. Let's get into it. I'll give it a minute to see who else is here. I'm just thinking there's too much going on. What I'll probably do is just open it up and then won't even do teams. If members want cards, they can tell me. So if Nick is the only one here, you get first choice on anything that comes out of the box. Really nasty, like smoke-ridden, looks like. Yellowed plastic, you gotta love those. The authentic. Gosh, I haven't seen these in forever. Still the iconic foil, of course. Got Mighty Joe in the back with the Chiefs. Man, it's not right. If any of the members want that too, let me know. I don't know if they want the whole box or I can just cut out that area. It's up to you. See, 12 cards per pack, holographic enhanced. So that was an enhancement, y'all. That's why they put a holograph on there, because it enhanced the card. Oh, that's great. Yeah, 91 Upper Deck was a great year to open it. Find 10 future heroes inserts. Must be what? Maybe a few per box, but a 10-card set. There's also America's Team. I know the Pro Bowl one was always one of my favorites. Robert, did you like opening this? Oh gosh, did any of your stuff brick? Because this is feeling kind of bricked for me. Oh my goodness. That is like a super brick. It was bricked up? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I heard you say that while you're opening it, but I was just thinking that super brick. Yeah. Wow. That means I think that means it was in the Midwest or an area that this must have been weird for people to collect Eric Davis, the football player. I don't know if anybody ever did. I think his career was short-lived. Good photographs though. Still really good stuff. Iconic Buccaneers. Oof, man. This is worse than I thought. This is going to be an undertaking. And then they got the lovely flippage going on back and forth. Oh, right. Got a Mark Rippon. I disliked him for what he did to the Broncos. I had a buddy who was from Washington who moved here, but he was a huge Redskins fan. So he was all about. I think that was the first bet I did and lost in my life, and it was probably like one of the last bets I ever did. I was so pissed. It was such, that Broncos game was just horrid. Vance Johnson. I used to send these in for TTMs, like all the Broncos. Looks like a little bit of paper loss already. Yeah. Well, that's a shame. Oh, a lot of heat does that? That's probably the case too, I'm sure. Dion Figures. Nice. Star. Maybe it is it's like the heat thing, so maybe he's just sat in some kind of warehouse somewhere. There's the first all rookie for Troy Vincent, who probably, I don't remember how long he played either. So are there 2 all rookies per pack? It's probably not set up to be exactly that way. Pierce Holt. People during this era, I mean, I think they probably still are, but I mean, it feels like everybody was jacked on steroids. That's why Romanowski was so mean. That guy, he was a brute and just could fly off the handle. Well, that's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm just sending a message. Yep, someone should grade one of these bricks sometime, and then just see what kind of grade they get on an entire brick of the card itself. There's got to be a good way to do this. Doesn't look like there is. Oh my! Can't even get this apart. Robert, I don't think yours were this bad. Maybe I'm just complaining a little bit too much, but these are really. Oh, there's Leslie O'Neal. Leroy Hurd. Greg Lloyd. I'm going to remove some of this background clutter because I think it's messing with the camera just a little bit. Another all-rookie, Quentin Coriat. I don't remember him. Irv Smith. Yeah, see, I can't tell if there's like a hidden card here. Oh, there was. David Klinger. The quarterback that no one cares about. There's Jeff George. Colts era, where's Matty Ice? That's his favorite. That's probably true, Nick. Oh, that's too funny. Hey, what's going on, Chuck? Woof woof. Hope you're well. Just unbricking this this box because it's well, I don't think they set it in a microwave, but they definitely put it in the sun. Man, just think if there was like a crazy $1,000 card in here, and how disappointing it would be to get that exact card, and yet you get this huge thing of paper loss. I'm feeling a little bit better, man. Having 2 surgeries in a row sucks, but this one was like way less evasive, and it was like a Lego set kind of. I think they built off of the previous hardware that was in there. Well, this is kind of cool. Chris Berman doing Berman's best. You got Thermal Thomas. I miss the classic era ESPN. There he is. Look at it. He's like looking all svelte, like Chris Berman was ever skinny. He came out as Mama Fat. Warren Full Moon. See, I did not know that was his nickname. It's kind of a weird nickname, Mr. Full Moon. And, oh yeah, guys, be sure to subscribe to Robert. He's he's a good guy. He does like different opening stuff. Let me go ahead and make you a mod so you can share your channel. Everybody here in this community will sub one another, and it's a great community. Daryl Johnston, I always liked him. Did he qualify as a running back? I think it more was like a halfback or something. Maybe they just didn't. Yeah, Berman did. And then the sounds. Whoop! He always had crazy sounds for their different things when he was describing how someone was running down the field. What's it called? Urinating Tree, I think, is the guy who kind of does that with football. Well, he'll do crazy noises sometimes, but he's just ultimately constantly sarcastic. Got Marcus Allen there, giving the good old stiff arm and looks like face mask at the same time. Well done. Bobby Hebert. Hey, this is a twofer. We got two Daryl Johnstons. Two Johnstons, one pack. Troy Vincent, Ray Roberts, and who's this? Oh, Garrison Hurst. Look at that. Total high stepping Heisman pose right there, too. Show off. All right, I don't even know if I have. Well, there we go. I guess I do have some soft sleeves. I don't think he's worth that much, but got to set it aside. Wonder whose hand that is. Feels like someone was like, "Hey, Garrison, nice to meet you," and he's just like, "Nope, not gonna do it." A hand from nowhere. What was your favorite nickname? Airbrushed. Nice. Yeah, they had to do a lot of work back in the day to pre-Photoshop to get a lot of this stuff done. That's why, like, a lot of those older baseball and stuff, they just look so horrid because they quite literally used like the negative and would paint onto it. And that process within itself is not that good. But maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I apologize if I am, Robert, but no matter what, you're super welcome. And if you support people, sub to others. I apologize as far as like my memory goes right now. I was talking about it to Chuck. I have had 2 spine surgeries in a row, and so let's just say my head's not as clear as it could be with the medications that I'm on. So I do apologize for getting confused. Hey, Titus, how you doing? How are things in Japan? I had a fever of 108, Titus and Nick. Yeah. You kill brain cells over 103. So as long as it is lasting, you really should not. Yeah. You should be in like an oxygen tent and definitely have an IV in you. My 108 temperature came because I had my appendix burst, and I had it out in 1991, but in 2001 I had like similar pains, and I was like, something's going on here. But my doctor was like, oh yeah, you had your appendix out. It's probably gallstones. Just go home. You take these pills. So over the weekend, I just filled up with my own waste. It was nice, but it's nothing to mess around with. So I hope you feel better here soon, Titus. Ugh. Yeah, don't think less of me, Robert, for being confused. I normally have the best memory. I'm like an elephant. And as big as one, too. I kid. There's Greg Lloyd, Chris Dolman. Looks like these two are just like eyeing each other as they run down the field. That is a great shot, though. For the exposure to hit like that, must have been really good lighting, because normally there'd be a little bit of blur back there in the background, but there's nothing. Yeah, take ice bath, oxygen tent. You just definitely shouldn't be on the interwebs. I'm worried about you, man. It's really scary. I'm not sure how long mine lasted, but I know that when they did, find out I had that, they tried to get it to come down by giving me a ton of morphine, but it didn't do anything aside from making me feel sick to my stomach. And then just gave me constant IVs, and then emergency surgery. Oh, OJ McDuffie. I forgot about him. Check him out, just posing like senior photo style next to his helmet. So I'm curious, where is this at that it has a Florida Panther, or most likely a Florida Panther, chilling out next to him? Any people know? The zoo? I'm assuming that's a Florida Panther, but that's interesting. Oh, Penn State. It's a lion. Okay. Yeah, I see that it's a cat. I just can't distinguish what's what. And I was assuming, I guess those trees don't really. They kind of say more like evergreen trees, so yeah, I guess that's. Gotcha. Hey, what's up, Brian? Perfect, Robert. That's great. Thank you for the forgiveness. I don't think I have, but they would definitely be yours. Well, actually, so anybody who's a member, I just said, instead of picking teams, I'm just letting the Dog Pound members have the pick of the litter, because there's a lot of clutter in this too. I want to say that There was a series 2, wasn't there, for this? Oh, I did not know that, Nick. So you live in Pennsylvania. That's very cool. You're by the heart of the hobby. As far as like upstate, like New York, all those places have great shows, man. There we go. So there's the Joe Montana Chiefs uniform. I wonder if that really like pissed people off. I don't know. I would think it. I mean, the 49ers could have given him maybe another year, but Steve Young was just in his, well, not his prime, but still just doing too much good, right? Originally, okay. Oh, Jersey, nice. So you like the Atlantic? You go. I'm sure you go to the Atlantic City National when it's there. Toot toot, woof woof, Brian. I appreciate the support, and you get some din din in you. Ray Roberts. Oh, that's kind of cool. Little watercolor action on the Jets checklist. Shout out to JML and his Jets. Martin Mayhew. Oh, Amp Lee. That's a name. I just loved Amp Lee and watching him play, just watching him play. I don't know why I got so many. I think it was usually like the early game, I think, on Fox. Anthony Johnson. Pierce Holt. Pat Swilling. That's a guy, too. Pretty sure Pat Swilling's a Hall of Famer, right? He was a beast. Jamie Dukes. Named after the short jean pants, shorts, because he used to wear them all the time. Just kidding. 45 minutes away. So yeah, do you go to that one then? Yeah, Swilling was just, yeah, lights out. There was a there's this bar in Denver. I forget what it's called now, but a girl that I dated in would have been like 94, 95, 93s. It was at some point when the Bobby Hebert was still the quarterback, and I think they had some kind of playoff run going on, but they had the Saints games on every Sunday. So they had satellite, and which seems like nothing now, but at the time. But it was my first time having crawfish and suck the heads. It's an interesting thing too, and then buckets of beer too. So that was always a fun thing to watch those games. There's Boomer Esiason. You have in the past, right on. Yeah, I just traveled. That's my least favorite show, and unfortunately for the National, I will go to all of the other locations. Was it Vi Sycamore? That's how you said his name, right? Eric Bieniemy. CU Buff. I think he actually became a running back coach too, right? I always loved that name. Chuck Cecil. Ricky Irvin's spelt wrong. No, I'm kidding. Dana Hall. Michael Carter. I like that they got a little, got his little cappy cap on, keeping his ears warm. Robert Jones. Vaughn Dunbar. Oh, look at that. That is a start of a high top fade, but he doesn't want to go all the way. So John Copeland. Got the cut right there too. Looking smooth. Crawfish boil, yep. That's some good food, man. Oh, that's cool, Chuck. I'll have to we'll have to talk sometime about maybe making some trades on stuff like that if you have extras. Harry Carson. Yeah, what about Harry Colin too as a football player? He was always a beast, right? No. But there was a Harry Colin. He's one of those names that you just go, "Oh, unfortunate." Yeah, Sycamore. That's what I was saying. But the first name was my question because I can't remember if it was Vi or Steve Atwater. Now that to me is like an awesome card. Now Atwater, here's like a crazy story. So like I was saying, I TTM the heck out of Bronco stuff. So I would just send it every year. I would send like huge packages to the Broncos, and they wouldn't sign to off season. I think it was like just something that they always did. But I would send cards to Atwater, and sometimes I think I would send like 5 or 6. I would always in return get 20 autographs. The man, like, I don't know if he would receive like stacks of cards and just decided, I'm going to sign all these and everybody gets 20. But yeah, good dude. Hey, Genius in Math, how you doing? Nobody likes a Harry Colon, right? And it's the worst for colonoscopies. I'm doing well. I'm feeling better. I'm loving this card, man. That is just a nice looking card too. But you know, that just the whole story behind the whole Atwater thing. Watching him play when they had, I think it was sponsored by the NFL. It's like NFL's hardest hits. Now this is before CTE worries, concerns, whatever. But you know, the cracking of the pads and the hits, Atwater every game would just, with reckless abandon, go after people. Doctor is the barber, yes. I could see that. Demetrius DeBose. Sean Jefferson. Ooh, that's a definite. Big brick, big brick. Oh, man. So we are still, looking for the Seau. Oh, Todd Kitchen. He looks like afraid for his life, literally. Like whatever's coming at him, he does not want to hit. Sorry, I'm trying to get that blur off there. There we go. Is it just me, or do you guys see it in his eyes too? Mommy! There's all that paper loss, though. It's not snow. It's not dandruff from anybody he was playing against. Well, that could be some dander. Darren Perry. Michael Dean Perry. Y'all remember him? I want to say at the time, was he the only person that had the 3 names? You know, aside from people who eventually had hyphenated names from their parents and stuff. For some reason, Michael Dean Perry just sticks out in my head as the One of the originals, anyway. Darrell Williams, Courtney Hawkins. Look at that uniform, man. I need to rock that kind of stuff again. Some people may dislike it, but they're crazy. Something about like almost hideous nature colors mixed with certain product and or years, like 1975 tops. Definitely scared. Atwater was an evil hitter. Yeah, he definitely he got a lot of calls against him for, I don't think he was ever called a dirty hitter, but he was a heavy hitter. What's up, Adam? Hope you're doing good. Hope your closet's doing good. Appreciate it, Genius and Math. I'll also, if you guys, let me see if I can do this real quick. How do I do this? All right, here. I make you a standard mod. You can share your channel. Anybody who wants to share their channel, let me know. I'll make you a mod so you can do that. Brian, I don't know why you don't have one. I think your basketball hat just threw me off. Made me think you were somebody else. Oh, you're working. Okay, gotcha. So everybody sub each other. It's the name of the game. Everybody wants to get to the elusive 1K. I mean, it's not completely elusive. It's just, there's a lot of people that we all struggle to get there. Donald Wolfley. I don't remember Donald. Oh boy. Sean Jones is looking very surprised, like he just farted on the bench and someone caught him and then took a photo. We knew it was you, Sean. Calvin Williams. Richard Brown playing on the Browns. Wonder if you like that. So with that, if he went by Dick for short, that's not good. Yep, just there's the barber for Harry Cullen. It was Kurt Barber right there. Kenneth Gant. I wonder if he's in a relation to Ron Gant. Maybe he's like a fifth cousin. Vaughn Dunbar. He was good in his day too. Eric Dorsey. Boy, looking very uncomfortable. Like he has some bow legs. All right, here's the first one of these, and it's a Bledsoe. Gotta love that. I can remember when Bledsoe rookies from like the 93 SP, they were like $50 or something like that. It was an expensive card, back in the day. It was. Before, the Tom Tom Club had its way. But that made history, right? Yeah, he was actually an exciting player to watch too. as far as quarterbacks go. Just he didn't heal fast enough, or just should have never got injured. I don't think he really did. I don't remember like 100%, but like I think all of the places he signed afterwards, he never had that same success. So like it must have been something to do with the whole Belichick system, which at that time was just cheating, right? They had the VHS camera out there, telephoto lens. Oh boy, these are so brick, guys. Greg Montgomery, seasoned punting leader, because you know everybody needs that card. Not even punters' moms like punters. Willie Anderson. Oh, good old Sean Salisbury steak. I think that was a Bermanism, right? Do you call him that? It's Hall of Famer Tim Brown. Having his way with some Seahawks defenders there. Derek Walker. There's Thermal Thomas. It's funny to me that I never really thought of TTMing outside of the Broncos. I literally had a book full of them. I just never, I never TTM'd anyone else. Oh, that's kind of a cool card. So we got the checklist here, and oh boy, let's just guess who's on there. Rick Meyer has got to be one of them. Was it Bennett? No, I can't think of who the Bears guy was. This is like impossible to read. Curtis Conway. Oh, Chuck, you're on it. You're on like Donkey Kong. So who's the defensive guy? Number 666. Hey, there he is. Rick Meyer is on fire. Shout out to Matty Ice, another Colts card for their checklist there. Got old Hefe George. Or is it Hefe Jorge? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this thing. It's going to take like a day. That literally, what? Was 45 minutes to open 1/4 of the box. And I'm sure this card is like 11 cents or something like that. All right, here's the other bottom portion. Bottom. This is the bottom right. Right, Chuck? No, I've never tried freezing them. Does it work? I mean, I might consider that on the other half of the box. And then just open it in part 2 because, yeah, this is bad. And I'm getting a ton of paper loss. Now, does it do anything with the paper loss? Yeah, Jeff George's rookie was definitely hot. Pro set, right? And didn't they spell it wrong? Or am I thinking of someone else? I thought it would be Garrison Hurst. Yeah, Garrison Hurst is down here. But I just don't know who the defensive guy is. Just cold. All right. Can you put him in a drink too? Does it keep your tea cold? Drew Hill. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That is some serious stickage. You think it was the team he played for? Okay. Steve Tasker. Lawrence Dawsey. I don't remember him. Dwayne Bickett. I do remember him. It's funny how like there are so many different players that I don't even know if you would hear of now, because a lot of the announcers back then, I mean, it wasn't all about mentioning the big players or the fact that Taylor Swift just high-fived a friend. It was about the game. So if someone made a good play or had a bunch of tackles or did something like that, they would name them off. Hey, Richard Dent. I think I did send off for some Bears back in the day, and I did receive Dent. Oh, the man, the myth, Randall Cunningham. He was lights out, man. So fun to watch play. Ooh, gotta love it. Clay Matthews tackling Matty Ice's favorite quarterback, Mr. John Elway. You let him for like 5 minutes first to like warm up, I guess, right? You do have basketball shaped ice. Oh, that's great. Throw them in a cup. Clink. Horace Copeland. I bet we'll come across his star rookie of number 666, whoever it is. There's Conway. Oh, yeah. Cortez Kennedy. He was good, too. What is this called? Is it Mystery Man? Oh, Hitman. Yeah, I like that card a lot. Again, I think the most expensive card in here is like $1. So it's not like a really big set in any way. But it's fun. It's fun to, you know, do a little time traveling in our spaceship created by Upper Deck here. Get out of here. That's so cool, Chuck. I worked at a gas station too and had, but it was by the Broncos practice facility. So all of those players would come in too. So not only did I send autographs, but at this point, obviously I was a little bit older, so I wasn't sending in. I think I mostly sent in my teenage years to get TTMs because for some reason I thought that's the only way you could have success. I wanted to say, even at the time, different friends of mine. So out of the 3 card shops in Denver, I was friends with or close with 3 of them. I ended up working for Mike's Stadium in Aurora, Colorado. James and Jason Farnsworth of All Seas. I grew up with them. I used to pick up James from middle school when I had my driver's license. And then Navertil, Mike Navertil, or Mike's on Broadway. I knew him through the Farnsworth. Is that Ricky Rivers? Ricky. I think it was. But anyway, kind of fun stuff. His wife was hot, huh? Nice. Hey, have a great night, Robert. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you again soon. That's something, you know, Chuck, we are close in age. And it's just so weird because that was in the 90s. That's when I was working at the station. It was a kiosk, Texaco station. So they would just come up, and a couple different times. My favorite story is I had a Shannon Sharpe card. And, it's hard to hear anybody. I don't think they had a microphone system set up. It was basically yelling under a metal, bulletproof glass under a metal container thing. But I asked Sharpe to sign a card. I think it was his Topps rookie. He signs the card and did this. Like, threw that straight under the thing at me. It flew into the kiosk. Here's an Emmitt Smith coming up. But maybe we're like some kind of like doppelgangers in life there, Chuck. I don't know. It's possible. So you worked in Amoco, okay, and then British Petroleum, BP. I did not know that was a switch up, change up. I don't. I know that like the Midwest gas stations, it was more popular to have a convenience store than a Texaco. Or I mean, they still had the Texacos and stuff like that around, but I remember the Texacos having bought repair shops within them and things like that more than your convenience stores that sold milk. Also, Chris Mann, Seth Joyner, pretty cool checklist. Andre Hastings, I do remember him. So there's Atwater, I believe, on this checklist, right? No, Simon Fletcher. He was another guy who... There was a few that did not sign, though. I can remember that distinctly. Like sending cards, and then they would come back from the player with nothing. Oh, or I'm sure you all would get this at some point in your T-Team experience, but the auto pen or the stamp, that frustrated me. I mean, I would have rather a player have used the card for toilet paper and sent it back to me than use a stamp, because it just ruins the card. It's done. Wow, so you knew him for 2 years and didn't ask one time for his autograph? Yeah, I guess there's certain people I wouldn't. Atwater was always great, gracious, happy to sign, appreciated the fans. Like, I can remember he would be outside of his car, and people would just come up to him, and even if he was going to practice, maybe even if he was late, or maybe he slept early, he would sit there and talk to him. Now, obviously, it's before smartphones, so there was no selfie action going on. But I want to say that we actually sold those disposable cameras back in the day, and I can remember people actually buying them for that reason. They would just happen to be there filling up, and then Elway would show up, or Terrell Davis or something. Thomas Smith. Hey, Bobby, I did not know that. So, good old Sterling and Shannon were from a small town in Georgia. Was there trading cards at the gas stations? Not at that time. I ended up later on in the late 90s working at a shop, I say late 90s, like 96, and it did have sports cards. It was in this upscale neighborhood, and it literally had more cards than some card shops would have. Herman Moore, I always liked him. Leonard Harris. Barry Foster, he was a beast too. I don't know if it was injuries that took him out. Knees, probably. He started selling. Yeah, exactly. So mine was a kiosk at the Texaco station. Yeah, there's no way to really do that. Up front, all they had was like lottery tickets to show off, and the standard things that people could buy were that and tobacco products. There were no cool things at the place at all. I would sub in at different Texacos, though, when they couldn't get coverage or whatever. And I did work at one where I had to restock the cans of soda, and this was during the Nolan Ryan Coca-Cola cards thing. And so I would always get a ton of free packs of the Coca-Cola cards. Obviously, even with that, there was probably like 10 billion of each card made. David Little. Greg Townsend, he was also good. Another Curtis Conway. So doubling up. I'm sure that I'm missing some that are stuck together here. Patrick Bates. Oh gosh, who would they pick for the Dolphins checklist? Definitely, as I referred to him, Tan Marino in those days. I thought it was funny is when I watched the oh man, what is the HBO football show, that thing called oh man, see, this is what I'm talking about, where my memory gets all jacked up because of the medicines. Hard Knocks, I think. They did one for the Dolphins, and like it was showing during Christmas time, and Marino legit was still hawking isotoners because he like gave them he gave some of the current players isotoners. I was like, that man must have signed for life with isotoner. Like, he probably sells them out of the back of his car if someone shows up. He's like, yeah, if you want, you can I'll sign a pair of isotoners. I got a box back here. Sell it to you. Or I wonder how many isotoners are actually out there signed. It's got to be upwards in the range of like the number of baseballs signed by him, because you know how there's always those oddballs who want people to have like a hockey puck signed for someone who never played hockey. You didn't want to bother the players. Yeah, I get that. They're everywhere in Oklahoma. That's crazy, Ryan. Yeah, and the sports cards were not everywhere here. It was the card shops. We had 4 card shops in Denver, and Denver was pretty big at the time too. It was tough times finding your sports cards. Now, just at the junk wax era, obviously it got hot everywhere. Our Costco's had pallets of boxes, but I would say 7-Eleven was the best one to have packs. and some of them were just convenience stores without even selling gas, because the Slurpee is a powerful thing. That is, I want to say it's either that or a Diamond Shamrock. That is where I got my Dave Winfield Elite from '92. So I want to say it was the red set. What if I don't know if that's Series 1, Series 2, but back in the day when you could buy a cup that had like the name of the gas station on it, you can get your refills of soda for, I think it was like 49 cents. Ended up getting some, and I don't know why I was doing this at the time, but I was like on this root beer kick. So I a refill of root beer, a pack of 92 Donruss, and I pulled an Elite card. Now I want to replicate that and open it and get one live. But I'm serious about this. The next stuff I buy, next product, it's gonna have to be sealed cases, because I'm just not gonna mess around. I think there's too much of people figuring out the system to get those Elite cards in some way or another. Because a lot of those boxes that I opened that were sealed, there was way too much convenience to the duplicates. It just seemed off. All right, Dion Figures. That is a cool card. Andre Hastings pooping out his helmet, or maybe he's like a bird. He's incubating. Leroy Thompson. Oh man, come on. Ugh. Steve, I ruined my Steve Jordan card. It's the end of the day. There's Neon Dion. They had to go and ruin it. No, I'm kidding. I don't like that. The contrasting the colors within that, they need some like red or darker uniforms going after him. Make that stand out. Make it pop. Good old John Taylor. I'm going to set him right there. So I started from the other end of my music lineup, and I don't think I've heard a lot of this stuff in a while. It's kind of throwing me off. Some of it's so chill that it's starting to get me sleepy here. Yeah, that's crazy. So were you the buyer for your station, Chuck? Is that how you worked the deal out? Being a buyer of certain products or working, like when I did the apparel for a company I worked for, and we did a ton of apparel, I would have different printers just come take me out to lunch and be like, hey, we just got these new hoodies in. Check this out. And then it'd have their logo or something on it, but, free is free. Pretty sure I probably wasn't supposed to take that, but it wasn't like some kind of payolas, I wasn't doing any underhanded deals. Yeah, that's cool. I was the buyer at that second. To place I worked at that we had all the cards, and we also worked with Shamrock Foods for like the other stuff that we picked up because they didn't have any of the cards. So I worked that out with one of the shops that I knew. And I don't know if I got any free sets out of it or anything like that. I don't really remember. I think more than anything, I was just like, yeah, I'll get you in touch with this guy. I should have tried to get something, but in my mind, I wasn't thinking. I'm sure overall, though, because Mike would always throw stuff my way. I'm sure it had something to do with that. Like a lot of times, especially if I hadn't worked in a while, there'd be a certain card, pendant, autograph, remember, I don't know, toy or whatever else, is something sitting in a box. I'd be like, oh man, I love these. And he's like, yeah, go ahead and take it, man. So I enjoyed those perks. There's Michael Irvin. That actual white is cocaine. It's not paper loss. Chris Urk was a customer. Get out, man. You had a lot of cool customers. John Stevens. Here we go, Chuck. There's your boy. Horrible paper loss. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to open the other side of this. I'll do a part 2 on it because I do want to try out what you guys said about putting it in the freezer. Let me know how long and like beforehand I should do that. And then do I take it out and let it de-thaw for a little bit or something? Just let me know the process. Oh boy, that is horribly... You can hear the crunch too. Just crunching open. I'll put that in your future stack, Mr. Nasty. Oh, I figured, yeah. But you're not paying for it, obviously. Oh, that is some serious paper loss right there. So I think it's getting worse towards the bottom of the box. Because these were the last, so we got like last 5 packs that I'll open for this, and then I'll schedule the other part of this, and then I'll actually throw in a end ahead of time. I'll throw in a members break and do that newer product. Make it a little bit more fun. Make it so that there's a chance at either an autograph or a relic or something like that. That's a lot of Seiyao cards. Now, when you say you have that many, does that include duplicates, or are these like you have that many Seiyao cards? There's one of the customers that would come into the shop. You'd also, when I promoted the shows, he would show up to that. But his thing is he collected Hispanic football players, and brothers. I think that was like his little thing. But he would take every single card of those particular players. so I can remember like all these people that were set collectors and stuff are like, make sure you hold a couple cards behind, because they'd get all upset. They'd be like, Vince is always buying these cards up. I can't get them. Yes, dupes. Okay. Chuck, am I buddies with you on Trading Card Database? And if so, do you have your stuff listed? I agree. The stories are fun, right? And reminiscing about stuff. I really want to, at some point, get together with a group of people on my channel and do like, shoot the SHIT is short for information technology. I think I don't know how the whole cursing thing works, but I don't do it for the channel. But yeah, no, I would love to like just hang out and talk about the history, the things we've done, the things we've seen, the humanity. Okay. Jerry Rice was so good that he had hands growing out his back. What's up, Dano? Yeah, even like a podcast kind of thing. But just hang out and talk. I mean, it can be even. I would love to have Mr. Mannion on a talk show and talk about things. We could talk about music. I know that we shared a lot of interest in not the same music, but we definitely listened to lots of different stuff. I'm reading what you put here, Chuck. So you said your mom worked at a station too, and one day yelled at was it Richard Dent then for filling his truck with gas while it was still running. Yeah, I mean, even though they're big, huge football players, they still had mamas, and if they had a mama that would keep them in line, I'm sure that would scare them. That is too funny. So she apologized to him. I love it. Yeah, Dano. We could talk about different German electronic rap bands. Your mom's 5 foot nothing, and she still went off on Richard Dent. I love it. Brownie Nagel. Look at that. He's defying gravity. Eric Dorsey. Vaughn Dunbar. I don't think we pulled a number 66. This is the fourth or fifth Dion Figures. This is definitely the second Garrison Hurst. Oh, say it. Tommy Maddox, y'all. I remember when like people legitimately were so excited here in Denver about Tommy Maddox. I don't know what people thought was going to happen with him, but yeah, nothing happened with Tommy. All right, so 3 packs left of this portion of the case, and then I'll go to freezing those I might have to get the information. I'll just go back and see exactly what people are saying. Yeah, he did play after he didn't get his gig or a starting gig and backing up Elway for a while. He ended up going to the XFL and actually, starting. And I think that was his whole thing. It's so weird how, for a while anyway, until they rebooted it, the USFL, XFL, 2 years was like literally the runtime of those different leagues. They never, lasted longer than that for whatever reason. Sure, some kind of business espionage of some sort where they, the money was withheld somehow through backroom deals. Derek Russell. All right, we got a sack leader. Y'all know Clyde the Glides Simmons. Not that he was gliding at any time. I think I've told you guys this story many times. That's my stepbrother's name. So every time I get a Chris Miller, I hold it for him and then send him a bunch of cards that he probably don't care about. But hey, that's what stepbrothers do. Oh boy, this is really bricked. Looking good, Michael Haynes. Now Haynes was decent at a short amount of time too. I want to say he got 1,000 yards a few different times, right? Well, at least there's 1 year on there. Oof. Absolute brickage. That's probably our 5th Irv Smith. And then another O.J. McDuffie. I had a O.J. McDuffie signed jersey. And when I used to do the shows, it was set up as a prize for people in attendance. Well, I had all the stuff for the show sitting on a table by the exit. Someone savory person stole that O.J. McDuffie signed jersey. Now, it wasn't game use, but it was through some NFL contest, like one of those things that literally it's like a 1 in a million chance to win it. And nowadays probably would sell for a lot on eBay. But it was just the fact that when I got to the point of picking the number for it, I looked and the bag that the jersey was in was gone. Obviously, this is pre-camera era, so I always wonder to this day who had it, how long did they have it, did they even sweat just a little bit, or were they just cool as a cucumber and came right back in and maybe won something from the attendance ticket. Yeah, I'd love to hear about. Yeah, some really weird stuff happens at gas stations. I mean, so we'd have to collect the trash that would be in the little island areas, right, where people filled up their cars, and I don't even know how to define the person that would visit, but I knew that what his car was. Really small sports car. I think it was a Porsche. Every month, at the end of the month, close to, I don't know, just maybe 2 days away or something like that. But it was always on the Sunday before the end of the month. He would show up and fill up his tank. He would leave. And so then when I would be picking up the trash bags, which were see-through, every time there were about 15 porno mags. Now this is the VHS era. About 8 or 9 VHS tapes. So either he had some kind of addiction and his wife didn't know about it, so he had to hide it and then just get rid of it, or I don't know. Maybe I don't want to know. I always thought it was interesting, though. I have found like not with like a money clip sized portion of cash in the trash too, and I held on to it. No one ever came back and said, "Hey, I lost my drug money," or whatever reason that it was in the trash. Some weird stuff got thrown away. The whole porn thing, like Clockwork, though, was crazy. Because, like, I think I ended up telling a story to my buddy. And then he started, like, showing up on those days. For that reason, because he was like, "Hey, you should get those." And, I'll take them. I'm like, man, I'm not going to be your porn pimp or whatever. I'm not going to go messing around with something like that, let alone touching those magazines. Whoa, bloody knife? Okay, that's kind of freaky. Yeah, Deanna, we got to catch up, though. We do. It's been far too long. I did not know that, Brian. I love it. Low tech OnlyFans. Yeah. I do. I really do wonder who the guy was. I don't think I ever got a look at him. I just knew that it took a while to figure out who it was because, at the time I wouldn't always be paying attention. He would park on different sides. A lot of different people drove black Porsches. His windows were tinted. But like clockwork, the man would get rid of that much stuff. So you got to figure he was probably once a week buying 2 or 3 of magazines and then or VHSs, watching them for however long, and then disposing of them. It's such a weird thing. The world is a weird place sometimes. All right, so this is the last pack, y'all. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Emmitt Smith, season rushing leader. That's a nice looking card. Ricky Dixon, Brian Cox. Now, that's a porn name for sure. Mo Lewis. I don't remember Kyle Clifton. I do remember Kevin Mack, though. Yeah. Marty Mayhew. We already got the Jamie Dukes in there. This has got to be the 6th OJ McDuffie. And there's Mr. Cooper again. Very odd, though, that there was not like a bunch of Rick Myers. I'm calling foul. Someone was searching for Rick Myers. You're not a Cowboy fan? I did not know that. Yeah, if I'll send you a text here soon. Talk to you, Dano. We need to get together. Gosh, I want to say the last time we got together was for a drink at that Mexican restaurant out by my house, my old place off of Chambers, right? Jones bought them. Good old Jerry. For some reason, I get these updates on my computer about the Cowboys all the time. It is the weirdest thing. You know how at the bottom left of your Windows laptop it has the weather, and if you click on that, it'll pop up the latest news or the stock market, all that kind of stuff. But mine has like the Cowboys. There's got to be something in settings that I set up, or someone punked me and set it up when I had it open at one time. But somebody thinks I'm a big Cowboys fan, but I'm not. Yeah, I get the Avalanche, Blackhawks, Rockies, Broncos, Cubs, Nuggets, CU Buffs, CU Rams. Let's see what else. Any obviously my addiction to cornhole. I get the cornhole monthly. Sorry, it's the cornhole quarterly. That's it. I know you don't like the Cubs. But what is it about? I still don't get this. What is it about White Sox fans or maybe just South Side in general having this like pure hatred of the Cubs? Like, I don't know what brings that about. Please enlighten me. All right, I have something here I want to open just because I saw it and it looked. I don't know where the heck it is. Dagnabbit. It was a older football box, but it only had like 8 packs in it. I don't know if there was a premium for air. Does anybody know if this year of U was any good? I know that Chrome U for like 2023 is like amazing, but I don't know when I bought this, but I do know I did buy some Bowman U blasters and got my usual raking over the coals. Hey. Little QR code crazy here. Buy one QR code, get 2 free. So 2 autos per box, but how many packs? Can't be too many. It's probably as much as what like a mega box would have in it, and that's probably what the format is. But they're just like trying to pawn it off as something that looks like hobby. Not like me, but you know, like a hobby box. I'm guessing nobody. Welcome back, Adam. Yeah, when I was going through the different stuff, I was looking for like the newest stuff I had, and I just have weird, like new stuff. I've always wanted to open this, just because I've never opened any of the UK cards. I know it's only a little logo and everything, but you know, something to be said about different things like that. It's really nice though. Look, with that Big Ben right there. Good little design. And then, for some odd reason, I probably bought this just before my move, and 2023 had just come out, because why else would I buy this? I prefer Update. I'm sure everybody's the same way. Update is the way to go, because of the guaranteed auto. In my mind, that's just a good thing. There's another product too of newer stuff that I was finding. By newer-ish, 2021, 22, but I think anytime you get Stadium Club Chrome, it's going to have some good stuff in there. You guys are probably like, those aren't anything good. I mean, I'm not saying it's anything major, but it's always cool to come across. I did get these in. I'm going to open this one live. So I got 6 boxes, right? But I don't know. I really just haven't felt like streaming because of the way the surgeries have been treating me. So I've opened a lot of product since I've been home, but I have not recorded a lot of videos. And I did horrible. Not just horrible, I did absolutely miserable on my boxes from Fanatics. I mean, there were some LE base, but like of my Aqua base parallels, I want to say every single one of them was a picture, and maybe there were, so what was it, 10 packs, 8 packs, 80% of them were also veteran or non-rookies. Just horrible. Chuck, you're too funny. Oh, I mean, that's the thing. I like soccer. I just don't know enough players. Oh, I got it, Chuck. You just like razzing them. That makes sense. I went to a Rockies game, and the CFO of our company, his son, they were all from Chicago, huge White Sox fans, and I happened to mention that I was a Cubs fan, and the entire game, the guy was coming at me with snide remarks and just, I don't know, throwing hate towards me because I was a Cubs fan, and I just never understood it. I mean, he could have just been a jerk, but I do remember his dad being the CFO. He was just like, I forgot what his name was. Let's just call him Bartholomew. He would just tell him, hey, calm down. You can't be talking like that to people. This is a work function. We're all trying to have fun. And then, get another 2 minutes later, he start ripping into me and the Cubs, and I didn't react to it at all. So their colors are correct. That's it. Okay. Nick, let me know if you send me a message if you want any of this stuff, or we can talk next stream. I'll just put everything to the side here. Again, there's nothing expensive in it. And they all have, unfortunately, paper loss. So why does soccer upset you? I'm so confused. Is it because there's certain people that call it football and won't call it soccer? I mean, that is kind of pretentious when people do that, but so the Rapids, their stadium by my old house, the house that I sold, it was very close, and when the lights were on, you could literally see the glow in the sky. It would create this weird artificial glow. Sorry for the long silence. Again. Probably past my bedtime, and it's only 7:30 here. All right, so I will be getting everything ready for Sunday's sale. Any of those cards that you guys asked me to look up, I will have those prices. My plan is to, price some other things out. This is out of my PC. I was showing Adam it last stream. I'm thinking about having it cracked and resubbed to PSA, just because I like PSA. And their case is better. Even though this is more secure. I don't know. Something about Beckett that irritates me. I literally bought a ton of his stuff too, and I have sold off a lot of it, sadly. It's only numbered to 199. I had his, first chrome. I think it was a refractor. Was it blue? Auto? No, I'm probably thinking blue because of this. It might have been gold. But I sold a lot of his stuff before it reached the super highest high points. Here's a little crunchy music. Best acting. most yellow cards in a single fainting spell. Yeah, selling your stuff or parts of your own like PC is always a tough decision. I'm kind of at that point now financially because I'm not working in my normal field of graphic design or full time as a designer. I wanted to work for a nonprofit and work in something that was somewhat rewarding, I guess, for my soul. And yeah, so obviously nonprofits don't pay a lot. I don't think that they can. It's not part of the business model. I got a few of those. I think I've shown them off to you, me, and Mr. Chuck Dupree. I will for sure show you what I got. I'll show you what I got on Sunday. I want to say that I have one of the Bowman's Best Auto Rookies. What else do I have? There may be some like weird Bowman firsts. I didn't grade a lot of his stuff, unfortunately. I can remember turning down trades and stuff too on his cards, like some doofus. So these were not these. So some of the things that I got at the National this year, and I didn't even go through them to find out what was in there. And I have a box somewhere with the similar stuff from the prior year because I took my son with me. What the heck is this? Gas trading cards. It's probably GAS, but still, horrible name. What is like for your Trivial Pursuit set? That's not bad though. Got like a Jordan wearing a purple t-shirt. Oh, it's five. This is an actual 5-card set of Jordan. Then this Finkelmeyer Insurance Agency. When you think insurance, you think Finkelmeyer. And then I don't know, Chuck's favorite. So, but it's kind of cool though that they got this Skyline. This card is made for you. Erling Haaland. Never seen this. You know, Brian, I don't even know if you've like been around during some of the basketball sales I've had. I have huge sections of like Jordan stuff too. I mean, nothing crazy rare, but I have a lot of weird and interesting things too. like books, not signed books, unfortunately, but the whole, Venticular sets that they had. I think it was Upper Deck that did them. I have a whole bunch of different of those cards from the different sets. Some of them regular sized, and then some of them I don't know what, like the giant size. I'm trying to find. I literally had it in the box over here somewhere. This is how it goes with my collection 90% of the time. Can't find something because it's under another box next to something else. Oh, I think I told you guys about this. So I was looking for it and I did find it. The jumbo size, those cards that have the hand stamps on them. So this was a Andre Williams, but check out this beast. I mean, it's going to be really hard to check out with this camera, obviously, but so it's got this giant handprint on it. And I have 3 of them, I think, because the guy who got them, huge Giants collector, and he had a redemption. The first one they sent to him, he said, "Oh, I didn't get the card." So they were like, "Oh, we're sorry about that. We will send out another one to you." And then he still didn't get that second one. It was like, okay, there's something messed up. So he got a hold of somebody else. And they said, we'll get one out overnight. So the overnight shows up. He opens it. He's elated to have his card. Next day, he gets another one. The day after that, he gets another one in the mail. So he definitely got his money's worth when it came to that redemption. And you got to figure those handprint cards, I know there says 33 made, but it was kind of a short-lived thing. They didn't make a ton of them. Sorting is a dirty word. Yeah. Yeah, that is like probably I'd say a 25 by, or maybe a 30 by 20. I don't know. It's just a really odd size. All right, so here's the ones I was talking about. So I have different ones like this graded. And then I also have a bunch of them raw. Such a weird weird word. This card is raw. So you see it clapping his hands? If you're happy and you know it. I think this was the one different set. A little bit harder to see. Gotta love these cards though. But the fact that I got it raw graded, because I thought, grading would be great on that. But if anybody has done a lot of grading, they know, for one, thick cards, it's like you're guaranteed a 9. They'll always give it mint. They won't go and say it's gem mint, because I think the actual creation of it and the grooves throws off the surface points automatically. I could be wrong, but it's something. It is something to do with that. But yeah, just a whole bunch of these. So there were some raw ones in there. The shot. Spectacular move. Sorry, really, probably all you're seeing is me here. Yep, there is a set of 5. You are correct. That would be this bad boy, right? So I also have a set of it too. Or wait, this might be the blue one. That one's the different one, but I have the actual like retail pieces still in packaging. I never played with them. And then my favorite starting lineup with his head turned the wrong way. Poor Michael. It's only a 90, but one of my little PC things that I have setting up on my desk. I have the, I do have one that I opened too. I just don't know what happened to the card. It's got to be in a box somewhere. And I hope I didn't open the one that had his face going the right way. There's no fixing this. I mean, how did it turn in the first place? Disturbing. Yeah, maybe this is the blue one. No, it's the it's the set. So this must have had different formats to sell it. You know how they be doing it. I do love the yellowing of this plastic. That is like quite literally one of my favorite pastimes, is finding the yellowest plastic container top load. I have some pretty good ones because I have some friends who know that I collect them. That's a weird thing to collect, but I absolutely love to find those super yellow, like golden color top loads. Oh, right on, Brian. Bunch of sealed sets. Heck yeah. Yes, it's still just a 5-card set, I believe, for this thing, the Diamond Vision. But I have, or did I sell it? I might have sold the last one I had. I had, one of the ones from the smaller Diamond Vision packs, you know, those teeny ones. Here, I was going through different boxes and came across these. This is a 7-Eleven tried this out when they were, you know, bigger than a Slurpee cup. I don't know what they put it in. Maybe with a napkin or something. Where are they? Like this size. This is obviously a different maker of them, but they also did Diamond Vision in that size. Crazy Freaky Elway. Is this it right here? Yeah, there we go. So some hockey ones. John Van Beesbrook. Hey, Sandis Ozolinsh coming in and making a shot. I'm hoping that he got a goal on him. Bing! It's the ghost of Sandus Ozolinsh. Bing! That's pretty cool. So they do have facsimile SIGs on the back. I wonder if any of those were like signed, because there were different ones signed for football. Here's a Fosberg. That's what my mother-in-law used to call him. I like that Peter Fosberg guy. He's really nice. $100%. Some kind of Ernie Irvan. Was this racing, I guess? I didn't even know they made him. But within this wonderful stuff, there's all these weird cards that I found. Like a bunch of promo ones. You'll appreciate these. So I even have stickers. These were parts of my PC, but I think I have dupes on them. So if you're interested in any of them, Chuck, we can talk. But I did not have sexual relations with that baseball. Look at those pants. Styling. So check this out. This is one of the ones I got. I just never sent it in to get it authenticated, so to speak. But he has a signature that it's pretty iconic. His 7 will sometimes look like a question mark, though, like he's not too sure. But I dig Pacific. I'm a big fan. I know you guys know that. So this card. It's like a holy grail for me. Even though, it's not going to be worth a ton of money or something. It's just more of. All right, here's some of the other ones that were in here. Look at this. Friggin' George Carl. Rocky. And the shop I worked in, Scott Hastings does the announcing for the Nuggets. I think he's also on some other sports station. So his career has been that since. I probably have like 100 of his autographs in different places. Why would I want so many or need so many? I don't. No, that is. This is the one Bakken that I know of that played sports, aside from the bobsledder. There was a female bobsledder back in the day. And the crazy thing is the last name Bakken is like Johnson or Smith for Norwegians. I mean, maybe just there's no Bakkens out there that aspire to play pro sports. All right, I'm starting to babble. I apologize. This was in that box, though, too. I mean, it's not in the best condition, but look at that little scum stash. And then Plunk with him in his skinny era. I think I have a Cal Daniels in there, too. Yeah, definitely a chocolate milk stash. Yeah, all of this stuff was in just a random box. I have no idea. It was from my storage unit, so I went and picked it up, but I just don't know why these particular cards were in there, because it was a variety of stuff and not your run-of-the-mill. Oh, that looks cool. Check out this baseball one for Kenny Lofton. So Topps did it, but they called it Screenplays. For some reason, I did not know Topps did it. Didn't know they got into the lenticular play. 5 dupes. Yeah, I mean, your closet must be ridiculous. So Kodak did one. Bing! And how many of these did we all get back in the day? I still have like boxes upon boxes. Well, this is the pinnacle ones where the hologram was on the back, but the hologram Denny's cards. So Stadium Club did it too. Huh. That must be relatively new, right? Yeah, his closet's got to be ridiculous. I'm jealous that you had 5 extra just lying around. That's a pretty big flex there, buddy. You know that sound that a balloon makes when the air's let out of it? That's how I feel about my collection compared to yours. There we go. These are the ones I was talking about. These Denny's ones. Like, I literally think it was all you had to do was purchase, and you'd get these. And if you knew the right person, which I did at the time, you could get a few extra. Dodger Stadium. I'm thinking of Better Off Dead. So Silver Star. Who is the company that makes that? Could just be another random one, but check out Dinger. I've always wanted to get like stuff like that signed, because the San Diego Chicken, I have like autograph cards, and I have like a ton of like weird variation ones. Mascot cards are just kind of cool in my book. Oh, well, speaking of the looking a little risque right there. That is on his OnlyFans. Billy Williams starting lineup. Larry Walker. This was one of my favorite years of the lenticular cornflakes. And check out that nasty uniform. I absolutely love that baby blue. Interesting stats on here and how they put them on here. Wow. Like how they did the years. It's all the award years, but they just, I don't know, the spacing's got me thrown off. I wonder what a lot of these designers are smoking when they're designing these cards. The guy with the paper bag over his head? It's possible. Yeah, there we go. So, wow, I have a good amount of these Stadium Club ones. Ken Griffey is a cool one. Oh yeah, I already showed those. I don't know why it's funny to me, but why it turns from a glove into non-manly. Seriously. Oh man. Out of all the things that you could put on there for it to switch into. I know that I'm the only one who's finding humor in this, but it's just weird. It's like the Wonder Twins, the horrible Wonder Twins comic thing where they would be like, they turn themselves into weird thing, like, she'd be like, form of 800-pound gorilla, and he'd be like, form of a bucket full of ice cubes. It'd make absolutely no sense. I like this year's Sportflix. It was pretty classy. UC3, yeah. So what did they call it? So this is that transition when Upper Deck. So Upper Deck does own Sportflix now, I'm guessing. Yeah? All right, was UC3 Tops? I'll have to look into that. I wonder why no one is making any of them. There's an open market for interesting cards. Maybe it's just too expensive to do lenticular. Does anybody know? Like, how much does it cost? The glove is cupping. It's just an interesting card. Yeah, Chuck, if they had that Sportflix Changeling card there for the chicken, it would literally be like a Thanksgiving, but not turkey, but a chicken, and then him laying like that, just back and forth flipping on that one. I was happy to find one more to add to my Upper Deck try photos in that Donnie baseball. I'm gonna keep looking for them, but I'm not gonna like go out and buy them or something. I'm just gonna find them little by little. No need to go searching for them. I have started a stack too of oddball things. The size of that glove. And these aren't oddball, but they're just cool Frank Thomas stuff. Some are some promo cards. Ugh. Wander. I love those oddball cards. And I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have things to do. We're at 2 hours. Appreciate you hanging out. I'm going to put these cards in the freezer for, I don't know, whenever I set the next part of this. And for any channel members, just hit me up on Instagram or email me or text me if you wanted something out of it. Was it iPhone instructions? There is a possibility. Oh, no, it's Ring. Good old Ring. How to put it up on your wall. How to receive 1 billion notifications of, because I live in an apartment, of your neighbors, and the fact that they may be drug dealers because they have a lot of people that show up at their place constantly. They get so much foot traffic. I don't know why. Also don't know why I have a stack of this 88 Donruss. Oh, I think I was holding it for Justin in case he wanted it, but I don't think he ever told me. All right. You guys have a wonderful night. And I will see you Sunday. Have everything priced, and I'll be snorting and sorting, as Brian says. That'd be a horrible combination. And remember, it's a trap! All right, y'all. Have a good weekend, but I will see you Sunday. Peace.